We had a favorite low-cost electronic deadbolt solution, but they went out of business. This one you can pick up on Amazon right now for less than $60. Is it worth it? We're gonna find out. I'm Robert, you're watching Locksmith Recommended. Why don't I give this Teeho electronic deadbolt away? Just watch till the end of the video and you'll learn how you can win it. I've just unboxed this. Let's cover a couple things right up front. I was fairly impressed with the weight. Now this is a grade 3 deadbolt, ANSI certified. And at this price point, the fact that they've gone through that effort to get it certified probably speaks to the quality of the deadbolt. This latch feels just like any other latch I would pull out of a deadbolt, and it can be adjusted from 2 3/4 to 2 3/8. So depending on how your door is bored, it will fit it. And when this latch extends into your front door, you need to make sure that the hole on the frame side is deep enough to encompass that entire latch. I made another video on that. It's the most common problem when installing electronic deadbolts. Just make sure that this goes completely into the hole on the frame side. This has a little indication of up. That's the side that you want up when you put it in on the door. And you're gonna wanna make sure to pass the cord underneath the latch. Also, when you install the back piece on the inside of the frame, you have a little indentation here, a little arrow. You just wanna make sure that that is facing up when you put this on the back door. It does require 4 AA's. You're gonna have to supply them yourself. It'll take 20 fingerprint or user codes. I like the placement of that because it's going to be easy to use. A lot of them have it flush, and then you've got to come up and kind of, where am I putting my thumb? The way they've placed it right there over the keyway makes really good sense to me. It does come with a key override. It is a Schlage keyway. So if you have Schlage or Dexter on your house today, after you buy this product, take it into a local locksmith shop. They'll be able to pull the cylinder out and make it work off of your current house key. And you don't have to track 2 keys. I'm gonna go ahead and get it installed and we'll come back and go over operation. When you do the installation, you want to make sure that the deadbolt is inside of the door and not extended outward. And that's it for installation. That went in nice and easy. Anybody can do that. If you know how to use a screwdriver, you can install this deadbolt. Depending on how your door's set up, it could be left-handed or right-handed. This is a universal lock, so it should automatically detect that as soon as I put the batteries in. Let's see if that works. Now everything's set up and there's nothing you have to do special to put this on a left or right-handed door. Before I go forward, I'm just gonna test and make sure I can indeed lock the lock. Everything seems to be operating smoothly. Let me make sure my keys work before I do anything else. Everything's looking good. With a lot of programmable electronic locks like this, you're gonna have a master code and you're going to have user codes. The master code lets you go into programming so that you could set user codes and change functionality of the lock, and it also lets you gain access to the lock. That was the master code. You're going to want to change that master code very first thing before you do any programming to the lock. When it comes to user codes, you cannot put in a sequential user code and you cannot put in the same number several times for the user code. So you can't just put in 11111111. I'm going to set the new master code to 135680. In order to do that, I'm just going to follow the directions in the user guide that it provided. And that's it. I've now reset a new master code. And now I'm able to set user codes and finger scan. So let's just set a user code up real quick, verify that that works, following the sequence again in the guide. Let's see if that new user code was accepted. So far, everything's gone off without a hitch. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed. Let's try the finger scan functionality. Now you're gonna see I had to press on that a number of times. The reason for that is every time you come up to your door, it's not going to be exact. So going through that sequence several times enables it to catch an accurate image of your fingerprint. So let's see how that worked. And that's fast. It has a very fast response time. It should read your fingerprint in less than half a second and have that door open within a second. I like what I'm seeing. Lock the door from the exterior. You don't have to enter any code. All you have to do is press and hold any button on the lock for about 2 seconds, and that'll lock the door from the outside. So when you leave the property, you'll be secured. There is a really unique feature that I like on pin code access locks. It is a spy-proof entry feature. Say you have somebody watching you. This spy-proof feature prevents them from learning your code. My code is very simply here, 086531. But I can hide that code. I can hit several digits before that code and several digits after that code so that they're not able to follow along. So I could come up and hit anything. So long as my code is somewhere in there, before I hit that Teeho, that's going to unlock the door for me. So it's going to be impossible for them to remember you entering 20 digits. So that anti-spy feature, very unique in a lock at this price point. The batteries on this can last up to a year, but I think typically you're going to see about 6 months of battery life. There is a low battery indication when this gets down to 15%. The other thing that is kind of nice in this lock is you can set a one-time user code. That's absent in some of the smart locks that I've reviewed. And I love the one-time user code because you can just have a code in the lock, and then when somebody needs to get something in to walk your dog or drop something off, you can give them the code. It's going to get them in once, and then it's going to expire. So I'm going to set up a one-time user code. If somebody is outside and they want into the property, they shoot me a text or they give me a phone call and they say, hey, I got to get in. I can give them that one-time user code. And the door will open. But if they come back the next day and try to use that same code, they're not going to be able to use it. I'm really impressed with this lock. It has the ANSI grade rating, has the key override that you could rekey up to your existing house key. I like the 8-press fingerprint control. It's intuitive to use. Once you go through that programming sequence once or twice, you start to recognize the pattern so you can knock out programming really, really quickly. Just hold on to the manual in case you ever forget anything. But all in all, you know what? I think for a deadbolt at this price point, it's my favorite. Oh, and it does have an auto relock that you can set as well, and you can silence the buttons if you want to do that too. Hopefully you found that information useful. I'm Robert. You've been watching Locksmith Recommended. Give it a like and leave a comment down below. What did you like? What did you not like? Any comment will do. Once we get 5,000 views, I'll randomly pick from the comments below and send you a message in YouTube, get your address, and send you the deadbolt.